changes its shapes. And this is a screenshot of what I saw in the sky. See if I can make it move. Okay, I gotta make it. You can see that it's going to change its shapes. Look at that. It's much more than a drone. It's much more than some kind of object up in the sky like a star. But if you stand down below, if you're on the earth and you're looking up in the sky, it's going to appear as if it's a star, but it's much more when you zoom up. Let's see, I think I've got, okay, as Simon, they were going to, this thing held your message for review. Hello. I'm going to have to go slow with this. This is tricky. See, look at that. No. Let me come around here. We can't call everything that's in the sky a fallen angel unless that's your mindset and everything that's up there, all the stars in the sky are fallen angels. No, I'm not going to tell people that because I'm on earth. I'm not God. If you want to talk about fallen angels on the earth, we have some really horrible, horrible fallen angels. They don't just stay up in the sky. Okay, they're on the earth. They got cast down out of heaven and they went to the earth. They've been here for thousands of years. Even Satan himself, he was walking to and fro inside the earth. Remember? Yeah. But there is a mindset that likes to call anything and everything in the sky a fallen angel, demonic, or something. I'm not going to. I'd like to call some people that on earth. I'd say, man, you just straight from the pits of hell. I would. Straight from the pits of hell. And they are. They're totally demonic. Demonic. But we're not going to get into that at all. We're not. Oh, I'm going to turn this light out. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a clear image. Hello. Yeah. Hey, Apple Bricks, honey. Are you in here? It's perfect. If I can just hold this still. Now, it's very small right now. Rosie, honey, I hear you coming up the stairs. And I'm trying to do things, Rosie. Look at that. Come on, Rosie, I see you. See, they change their color just like the drones in the sky. This is one star with many, many, many different shapes. But I don't believe it's just a star. I really don't. I believe that it is a collective mind, a collective set of beings up there in the sky. They have the ability to change their shape into anything they want. They do. But they're in the sky. Yeah. Well, not all stars do this. See, look at that. That looks like the human body. If you were to look at a diagram of the heart and the valves and stuff, because that's what it reminds me of. But then there's those things again that look like they can turn into any shape they want. Rosie, honey, where are you at? Are you around here, Rosie? I've got to see what Rosie's doing. She is crawling around everywhere. She has so much energy. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Okay, no. See, I got to get a hold of her. I got to get a hold of Rosie. I don't know what Rosie's doing, but she is, what are you doing, Rosie? Come on, get yourself down. You go lay in that little basket over there. That's your little basket because you're a little baby. Yeah. A Dyson sphere. Isn't that what they said the moon, that's me. Isn't that what they said the moon was? A Dyson sphere that was brought over here from a war. And who's to say that it wasn't? I mean, there's so many theories out there. And yeah, there's a theory that all the stars in the sky, anything up there in the sky is of the devil. That's a theory too, but I don't hold to that theory. That is the last thing from my mind because I never feel any bad energy from anything up here. However, you can walk by some humans and feel that energy. See, look like that. Can you see how these would have the ability to turn themselves into a drone? See, look at that shape. This is just one star that has many, many shapes because I believe that is, it's made up of individual units, parts, but they're all the same, but yet they can take on any shape in order to form a certain object. Rosie, where are you at? Rosie. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. It is. It most definitely is alive. One time, there were images. Somebody took an image of a jellyfish in the sky, and the military discredited it. They just called it a balloon. But it's these beings in the sky. See that? This is only 7 seconds of a video footage. Rosie. Rosie, honey, where are you? Okay, come here. Let me hold you. Okay, well, you don't have to, honey. You just walk around because I hear you, but I can't see you. Whoa, do you see that? See how these right here that are in the sky that appear as a star, you can see how they would shape shift into an airplane. Let me turn this on. Just like it's like that. That was a patrol plane. But this is the shape that it took. You see these individual white things? That's the same thing that's happening here. And this is a star, but it's composed or comprised of individual, I'd like to say units, individual beings that have a certain job to do to form a certain design or shape in the sky. That's what I like to think. Hello. I'm going to flip this back around. Rosie, honey, you can do it. You're such a little girl. Let's see our little baby, Rosie, in the spotlight. Come on, Rosie. You can barely see her. Go on, Rosie. Your skin's so dark. That's okay. She can do it. Let me flip this around. I'm getting distracted by Rosie. Gina, do you get easily distracted? Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. But look, this is you call it a drone, but I call it, this is a life form, an angelic being. Other people's may not agree. Wow. Now, can you see? Hello, Al Honey. Can you see how this particular being could form words in the sky if it so desired? Just look how spectacular this is. This is a very highly advanced intelligent being or group of intelligent collective beings. They're not human. Yeah. No, I do not believe that they're CGI. I don't. Oh, what happened? I touched it and I messed it up. Well, that's okay. It's got many more moves that it wants to make. And I do want to say, while I was filming this, there's no way that it would have moved had I not been at a place within my being to where it was able to feel the frequency that I had inside my body, and I could feel the frequency that it had, and I became one with it in the moment. Okay, you had to be in the moment. That's how it would move. But the moment I broke my concentration, it just wouldn't move like that no more. Whoa. See how you could make itself look like a drone if it wanted? Yeah. I think they're calling something drones. This right here, this could make it look, this right here could turn into a drone in the sky if it wanted to. And if we had our cell phones and we were taking pictures or cameras because it's so dark out, it would look like this. I mean, it would look like all you would see a majority is lights, just like that's on the wall right there. That's what you would see, those type of lights and stuff. But that clearly doesn't look like a airplane, but they separated themselves. That's what I caught during one of the frames. Okay, Rosie, you're in your chair. That's perfect. You got to go to sleep because you're a baby. Yes, this is I'm sorry about the oh my. See, that's what we saw before. It is a life form. I'm not going to say it's not. Wow. It's a very sophisticated. It truly is extremely sophisticated. Hello. And most of the times, if you look at a star, you're not going to see these. You're not going to see these images. You're not. You're just going to see maybe a circle or a certain shape. Not to say that people won't, share other people's work. Look at that. See, it's can you see how it's like individual? Where is my pointer? Like this is an individual, an individual, an individual, an individual, two individuals right here. And they all come together to form a unique shape. They can change their colors. One can be red if it wants to, or orange. So look at that. See how they separated themselves too? They literally flung themselves around. Now that's 1, 2. There's 3, 4. They can connect them. I really believe that these are connected to the ones that are used seeing on the Soho NASA products, Elasco C2 or 3. These right here, I believe, are the same type of species as the stars, that the one things that line themselves up in a great big row on the NASA products. Look like a great big old string. It's these right there. Or at least they're of the same genetic makeup. I mean, these would be beautiful pieces of artwork. They really would. Like, how could you shoot something like this down? I don't know if you'd be able to. Looks like a cloud. See the many shapes? Now, some of the stars that I zoom up on, there's only been 1 or 2 that really do like this. And you have got to be in the moment. You got to be in the right place within your being. Your frequency has got to match. It's got to be balanced with this up here in the sky. It does. And they're not going to let you get an image of them. You ain't going to get to take your picture or your footage because they ain't going to let you. Because they can make that telepathic connection or something. It's just a feeling, a knowing, a oneness within. Uh, it does. I mean, this takes on many strengths, and this you wouldn't expect a star that you're standing on the ground looking up in the sky to look like this when you zoom up, but it was with my Nikon P900. You ever see those movies where there's like these light beings from space, like a source, like a being that is constantly changing its shape, but it's pure light with pure colors and frequencies? There's movies like that. It's you think it's a cherubim? I believe that they are a life form. I do. Sometimes, but when we look at them with certain filters, I haven't done it with one of these before, but on some of the stars in the sky, if you use the right filtering, it looks like there's beams of light coming from it at a certain angle, which lines up with all the other stars in the sky at the same angle and the moon also. But I've never done that on one of these right here. Only the others, I want to say lesser stars, because this one is a higher frequency star. Like, see, look like that? Like, how can it do that? Yes, they do. They know we're looking at them. Their wings are flapping. They're a beautiful array of colors and shapes, like total frequency. Was this these? No, this wasn't the screen, the thumbnail. See, that could even look like a ribbon. They can do anything. They can show. There'll be signs and wonders in the sky. Isn't that what scripture says? Signs and wonders. Yeah. Was I afraid of this? Absolutely not. I felt no negative energy whatsoever. And because my frequency is never, I shouldn't say never, sometimes I can get negative, but it is very, very rare. 99% of the time, I have a very positive attitude and positive frequency coming from me. So I don't look for the negative, and I don't want to draw the negative. Although if you're positive, the negative is going to be drawn to you. It's pretty cool. 99.99% of the time, Al Honey. Yeah, the sun and the moon. Yeah. This is just one, it's like a celestial star. Sometimes I've seen black cubes up there, and sometimes they look like they're white cubes. Now, there was a time when the sun had a particle event, which they called it, where there were black cubes and white cubes that came out of a great big portal in the sun. It was like 1999 is when I saw the NASA picture of that, and they called it a particle event. But they all had the ability to line themselves up either in rows of 2 or 3 or great big long 10, 14, 15, all the way up to 20, just like you see on NASA's product. These came out. So at times it's just a little, doesn't move as much at times. And that's what it will do, because I think I broke my frequency for a moment. You cannot let your mind wander either. You let your mind wander and it doesn't move as much. Look at that. They can literally make themselves look like a drone if they want. Apple Brooks, honey, you're doing a great job. That's right, Al, honey. You ring that bell too. Yeah, we can ring that bell. We'll ring them right out of here. This is only 13 seconds of footage, and you can see all the many shapes. This is like a 3-minute, 31-second video is what it is. I'm going to show you how fast it moves in normal mode, if it will do it. That's normal mode. You see how fast it moved? You slow it down, it moves that fast. At hyper speed. Yes, hello, Rita. Hyper speed. And that is the normal speed, but I've got this on a program where I can drag it and make it go slower. That's really interesting. All the shapes that it does is quite interesting. Wow. You see, yeah, they can fly by if they want. Look how bright that is. They're all like neon colors, more or less. I don't think I've ever seen any deep, bold colors in any of the stars that were up in the sky. They were always like pastelly, very soft, soft colors. Now, if one was to say that this is a hologram, when then this hologram, if you would go with the theory that this would be a hologram, then this hologram has intelligent life. It's an intelligent life form that has the ability to connect with my conscious mind and match my frequency. Oh, you see how it blurred out? And match my frequency and respond accordingly in some type of a communication. It communicates by moving like that. So it's an intelligent life form. When I look at these at times, I'm seeing the little gray heads that I saw in my ships that I took pictures of. There would always be like little gray heads on some of the ships, the long white ships. And sometimes I think about them when I see certain movements with it. I do. How they're somewhat similar. Oh, this wanted to blur out. It didn't want to show it. It didn't want to show it in its crispiness. Let me flip this around for a second. You're just tuning in. Hello. So this is footage that was taken with my P900 Nikon. You have recorded the plasmic orbs. The seraphim. Well, was that supposed to have been at the front of the Garden of Eden? I thought it was like a flaming sword or something like that. Yeah, seraphim. Let me see if I can get, I waited till this thing was up there in the sky. What happened? Wow, look at that. See how they can separate and then come together? Yeah. I don't think it's just one life form. I really don't. I believe it's a collective working and moving together to form certain shapes. What was it? E.T. Come Home or E.T. where they played these lights lit up on the aircraft and that's how they communicated like that? And you had to match that frequency. It was all about like a frequency or something. And the movie Them or They Live, they communicated by circles. That was their form of communication. Oh, Close Encounters, thank you. I never really watched that. I only saw bits and pieces of it. But it was with, when did that movie come out? Close Encounters in the 70s or something? Sometimes I believe that when you're looking up in the sky and it looks like there's Jupiter and the little moons or planets or whatever behind it. Well, sometimes I've zoomed up and it was something much different. It was like this. It's not happening now, but this was filmed and I'm just going slowly by the frame. Hold on. See, this isn't it's not capturing the fullness, the full color. See how it looked like there's a ship poking out right there? A white ship. This is way up in the sky, way up in the sky. It was a star. That's what I zoomed up on. It looked like a star, but I heard that stars shouldn't twinkle. Should they? If they're a real star, they're not supposed to blink all the time. I heard it from somebody one time, but it was just, I thought, I never heard that before. It is very mysterious. And they're not going to communicate with you if you can't get the frequency within your being. You've got to totally empty your mind and just look intently and focus. That's what I did. You looked intently and focused and on the star, because that's what it looked like in the sky, but I knew it wasn't on what I was looking at. And it would move. Whew. Oh my goodness, I'm getting hot. Yeah, it kind of looks like a snowflake. It could turn itself into a snowflake. I'm quite confident it could take up on that shape if it wanted. I got to get the right angle with this phone. I like using my cell phone when I'm zooming up like this. I'm going to show you all the original speed. That's the original speed of its, how fast it moves in the sky. So could you imagine? That ain't even 1 second. That's not even a second of movement. Let me show you. So we go from 34. Let's go just to 34 to 35:59. Let's see. Watch how much it moves. It's not even a second, and you see how fast it moved. It's like these objects that are in the sky, these things that are flying around, and the pilots and people are seeing them up in the sky, and they chasing them, and then poof, they're gone so fast. That's like these right here. They move so fast, they're gone super, super fast in the sky. Yeah. I don't listen to people who like to slander others. I don't. Their comments are just it's just their comments. Yeah, they're trolls and stuff. Oh, we got them? Yeah. I didn't make it this far listening to people like that. No, I got this far by tuning them out and blocking them out. You don't make it in this world unless you can just ignore them, people. That's right. We can do it. It's not scary. It isn't. Let me turn this light back out. I think it's pretty cool. I really do. Yeah. So people can call them drones, but they could look, they can take on the shape of a drone if they so desired. They're quite remarkable. Quite fascinating to look at. Now see right here, you can see how they could, look at that right there. You look at that, and I'm gonna turn my light back on. See how they can do, you get different colors. And come over here to the wall again. See how they can do? They can do it. They can do it. They can, it was an airplane, it was a patrol plane, but they can do that. They can make these shapes just like right here. They can do it. I believe it's them. In a lot of the cases that they didn't want to talk about throughout the years and years and years, I believe it's these life forms that are in the sky. But now we got drones, is what we got. And not all are drones. Yeah. I hold my breath trying to watch it move. Oh no, see, they're messing this up again. I'm gonna have to bring it down so we can get a clear image of it. See, it's evident to me what these life forms can do. It's quite evident. Okay, it's not, it's coming unbalanced again. Okay. No, no AI. Don't be blurring us out. See, we're trying to get a close look. Look at that. Let's see if I can zoom it up. Yeah. You see a gold eagle there. It takes on so many shapes. So many. It should be a lot clearer. Let me see if I can get it. I think because it's moved back some. I am going to go. I am. That's putting me to sleep. This right here, this being is putting me to sleep. It's quite relaxing to watch it in really slow motion with some music. It's like, wow, it's relaxing. That's right. It's my Nikon P900. Yeah. So, I am going to go. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. There's many theories out there. I personally do not believe that these are fallen angels. That's my personal opinion. There are some who have a negative mindset. Well, Gina, that it may not be negative to them. Well, it's kind of negative calling things up in the sky demons. When what do we have on the earth? Just look what's happened on the earth. It's pure evil on this earth. We need to get off this earth. We really do. Especially if you don't feel you belong here. Well, we need to get off the earth. It's there. That's where the evil's at. Yeah. You're welcome, Becky, honey. Thank you, Apple Brooks, too. If there's any other moderator, thank you. So, it really does, ignorant boxing. It kind of feels like that. It does. It's the end of a era, an end of an age. It's all right. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hello, Cindy Lou. Yeah. Thank you all once again. And can what's up in the sky turn itself into a drone? Absolutely. It can mimic anything that's up there in the sky. It has the capability, it has the technology to do so because it is an intelligent species, is what I feel. Very, very intelligent. Good night.